you. We love 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 you.
Totally took him out of the set.
A phrase I say, I don't think they'll find it because look at all of them back there. Hello, John Roberts. He's been very nice.
Yeah.
John Roberts has been very nice to us. Thank you, John.
Yeah.
But John, there's never been a phrase, we love you, in the history of politics. I don't care where you go.
That's right.
And it happens, and I love you too. I do, I love you too. But there's never been anything like this in terms of enthusiasm, in terms of crowds. I saw Obama this morning. He had a couple of cars there, hunky down.
They won't even be able to walk down the streets when this
So
is
he
over.
came out yesterday, right? And you're going to see this. He came out yesterday, and he made a speech, and then they had to rip him off the stage because he had lost it, because he's gone. Once again, Michigan is going to answer the call of history and show the world that Sleepy Joe Biden, his dark money donors, and his corrupt special interests. And by the way, there's never been anything like this.
Remember that
he
term.
goes into a country, and the family walks out with millions of dollars. Millions and millions.
Lock him up!
And then the press isn't allowed to report. The press doesn't report it. They don't cover it. New York Times, Washington Post, they don't cover it. CNN, you know, I introduced the great justice of the Supreme Court last night. They say it's the most important thing a president can do. I say maybe military, but regardless, we've rebuilt our military like nobody would ever believe. But you know what? It's one of the most important, especially because this turns the court. They had a whole thing, most important thing in 50 years. And CNN and MSDNC
Wish you were here, Zach Graham.
didn't cover. They didn't
You
cover.
are.
They
You're in my
wouldn't
heart.
cover. They just couldn't, even though the ratings go through the roof. 60 Minutes had very good ratings the other night. A fake report, but the ratings go through the roof. But they didn't cover my introduction. Can you believe it? My introduction of a woman that's going to be there hopefully for 50 years as far as I'm concerned. And last night we did. We made history and we confirmed Amy Coney Barrett. We'll defend our liberties and our God-given freedom. She's going to be fantastic.
Of our babies and
terrific person. Joe Biden, Kamala. Do you like Kamala? Do you like He gets elected. 3 weeks into his presidency, they'll say, Kamala, you ready? Let's go. That's why they're talking about
Pelosi already laid the framework.
3 weeks in, Joe shot. Let's go, Kamala. You ready? Most liberal person in the Senate. She makes Bernie Sanders look like a serious conservative. This will not be. We can't let it happen. This will not be the first woman president. You're gonna have a woman president. This will not be the first woman president.
And snow.
That's a lot of cameras back there. They're all screaming hip-hop. You know what hip-hop thing? She's great. She just loves, she's out campaigning today, doing really well. But she could be very happy. Her husband's here, Jared Kushner's making pieces. Where's Sharon? Where's Sharon?
You can stop it if you want or whatever.
He's never around too much. He's always done. He doesn't want any accolades, but he's done something nobody else has done. He's leading peace in the Middle East.
Angela Stanton tweeted last night, Roe versus Wade, here we come.
Yeah,
Angela
that's right.
Stanton King,
I love it.
yeah.
He doesn't want to be outside. He's Mr. Inside, but he's smart. But Ivanka, she'd be very happy just being at home with the kids that we got her working. And you know who's making the speech today? First Lady. She's out in Pennsylvania. First Lady's doing a great job. I mean, she got the plague from China. So did I. So did Barron. Barron recovered. recovered in about 12 minutes. How you doing? What was the problem, Baron? I don't know. I didn't think I had a problem. The doctor told me, tested, sir, your son has tested positive. I see him like 12 seconds later. Doctor, how's he going? He's all better. Doc, did you give him one of those miracle cures? No, sir. He just recovered. Hey, young kids have a very strong immune system. Nobody even knew it. Get your children back to school.
That's coming.
The government's a disaster.
Lock her up.
She's got to keep her husband away from
Lock her up.
The only one that's free in your state is her husband. It's no good. You can't do it. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris. Of course, she has it the reverse. You know, she's got in the Harris, and he actually said it, didn't he? In the Harris Biden. You know, I had a great friend. We all do. I don't want to give him tremendous credit, but I will never say in the Pence-Trump administration. I will never say that, but he says it. That's because he doesn't have any clue where he is. You saw that. And the radical Democrats want to pack the Supreme Court with far-left justices. Shred our Constitution, abolish the Second Amendment, terminate religious liberty, shield violent criminals, and regulate your economy into oblivion. You will have a depression. If he gets in, he's going to raise your
got 4 hits
taxes
on the
at a
law.
level that nobody's ever seen.
Okay.
He is the first candidate I've ever seen who is running on a promise that I will raise your taxes. I've never I've been involved and followed and studied
my hand
politics for a
burns
long time.
gloves
I've been the
were-
first one. I will raise your taxes massively. Man, this is me the biggest tax increase.
No.
I've never heard of
I'm
that
not
one
taking
before.
them, Michael.
I like running against that guy. This election is a matter of economic survival for Michigan. Look what I've done, we've all done together for this state. This state, we're building cars again. And if your union leaders weren't in the pockets of the Democrats, because we get the vote, but they got these guys that just, you know, they come to the White House, they're so nice to me, but they go for the Democrats every time for a certain reason. Someday we'll talk about it. But the people, the workers are for us, so the workers are for me. Biden's plan to abolish the entire U.S. oil industry, you saw that, will cripple our nation and send us into a absolute deep depression. And you see what he did with fracking. There will be no fracking. There will be no, he doesn't say it that way, he goes, there will be no fracking. There will be no fracking. But he said it for like a year, and then he got to Pennsylvania, where we're leading. But we're going to put it, see that big, beautiful screen? We'll have it up there. It saves me a lot of words. That screen is great. It costs a fortune. We only bring it to very important locations, like this. You can hear it in his own words. You don't say, oh, the president's exaggerating now. He said no fracking, no fracking, no fracking. Then he goes to Pennsylvania, 1 million jobs, fracking. It's a big part of their economy. Big part of your economy from the standpoint of energy, right? And gas. How do you like the gasoline prices? It's amazing. As they go up, you produce fewer and fewer cars. Well, I got you down to the lowest level. You are so lucky. Give another major tax cut after already having passed the largest tax cut in the history of our country. We're giving a very big middle income tax cut. Joe Biden spent the last 47 years outsourcing your jobs, opening your borders, and sacrificing American blood and treasure in endless, ridiculous foreign wars, countries you've never even heard of. They're all coming back. You know that. They've been coming back for ourselves.
It's a good spot there.
We're all over the place. We're in places that even the top people in the country have never heard of these places. Biden was a cheerleader for NAFTA. You got killed by them. A catastrophe for the auto industry and for your state. Following NAFTA, 1/3 of the auto jobs left and they went to Mexico and Canada, but they went to Mexico. Biden enthusiastically voted for China's entry into the World Trade Organization, fueling the rise of China on the backs of Michigan workers. What China has done, there has been nothing, no body, no country, there has been no country that has ripped us off for 25 years, 30 years, like China. Hundreds of billions of dollars a year flows into China, and I put big, fat, beautiful tariffs on China. We took in nobody else. And you know, when they targeted our farmers, I told the farmers, don't worry about it. We gave them $28 billion, which is the amount they were targeted. We don't have too many farmers in this group. We gave them $28 billion, our farmers. Everybody's happy with that. You got about 3 farmers here. And you got a lot of manufacturers. Remember when Obama said there'll be no more manufacturing? You need a magic wand. Well, we had 700,000 manufacturing altogether, half of all auto manufacturing jobs in Michigan were wiped out. Think of that. After the Biden-backed NAFTA and China disasters, China became powerful because of the World Trade Organization. It became powerful. A terrible, terrible thing for our country. And then Biden goes around saying, well, no, China's good for us. No.
No.
They've been. No, I don't think so good. And then the plague on top of everything else. We got the plague sent in. He repeatedly tried to slash Medicare and Social Security. People didn't even know. Decade after decade, Biden has twisted his knife into the back of Michigan workers and workers all over the United States. You don't have to take my word for it. We have Joe on tape. Please roll the tape.
My problem is I voted for NAFTA. I'm supporting NAFTA because I think it's a positive thing to do. And I do not pretend to be an expert on international trade matters.
Trade agreements like NAFTA and permanent normal trade relations with China, which forces American workers to compete against people who are making pennies an hour, has resulted in the loss of 160,000 jobs.
The president is absolutely right when he says that China has been cheating for 25 years and that Bill Clinton didn't do enough about it, George W. Bush didn't do enough about it, Barack Obama didn't do enough about it.
The rise in China is an incredibly positive development for not only China, but the United States and the rest of the world. Rising China is a positive development. It is in our self-interest that China continue to prosper. We want to see China rise. China's a great nation, and we should hope for the continued expansion. China is not our enemy. We talk about China.
China killed my son.
We should be helping. The idea that China is going to eat our lunch is bizarre. The idea that they are our competition, they're going to beat us, is bizarre. They're not bad folks. China's not a problem.
Allowing China into the World Trade Organization, which he supported, extending most favored nation status to China, which he supported, those steps allowed China to take advantage of the United States by using our own open trade deals against us.
No.
Do you think in retrospect that you were naive about China?
No.
But doesn't he deserve some credit for that? It's better. The USMCA is better than NAFTA.
It is better than NAFTA. Never said I oppose fracking. You said it on tape. I did. Show the tape. Put it on your website. Put it on.
He brought that on himself.
Coal and fracking in the Biden administration?
No, we would work it out. We would make sure it's eliminated.
No.
We're going to end fossil fuel. No new fracking, and gradually move away from fracking.
And I think it's critically important on day one that we end any fossil fuel leases on public lands.
Like what about stopping fracking, stopping pipeline infrastructure, and
there's no question I'm in favor of banning fracking.
I have one final
Would you close down the oil industry? Or would you close down the other way?
I would transition from the oil industry, yes. I will transition. That is a big
In terms of business, that's the biggest statement.
Okay.
Because basically what he's saying is he is going to destroy the oil industry. Would you remember that, Texas? Would you remember that, Pennsylvania, Oklahoma?
You were in the Senate for a few years.
Yeah.
Time and time again, talking about the necessity, with pride, about cutting Social Security, cutting Medicare, cutting veterans programs.
No.
You never said that.
No.
When I argued that we should freeze federal spending, I meant Social Security as well. I meant Medicare and Medicaid. I meant veterans benefits. I meant every single solitary thing in the government.
Look, here's the deal.
You're an honest guy. Why don't you just tell the truth here? We all make mistakes.
I am telling the truth.
And I not only tried it once, I tried it twice, I tried it a third time, and I tried it a fourth time.
Joe, let me repeat it again. I want you just to be straight with the American people. I'm saying that you have been on the floor of the Senate time and time again talking about the need to cut Social Security, Medicare, and veterans programs. Is that true or is that
No, it's not true.
That is not true?
That is not true.
I meant veterans benefits. I meant every single solitary thing in the government.
Everything was on the table. I did not support any of those cuts in Social Security or in veterans.
Whoa. Everything was on the table. All right, you're right. You just said it. Including, in your judgment, cuts to Social Security and veterans.
In order to get the kinds of changes we need on other things related. But we did not cut it.
I know, because people like me helped stop that. All that I would say to the American people, go to YouTube. It's all over the place. Joe said it many, many times. I'm surprised. You can defend that or change your mind on it, but you can't deny the reality.
Maybe Biden's not telling us because he's forgotten his own plans. Watch Biden's staff quickly swoop in to shuffle him along during a quickie escape the basement trip to Pennsylvania.
Here's the deal. One of the things that is important is that keep in mind, although they're going to vote on
That was terrifying.
what kind of country we're going to be. 4 more years of George and I is going to find ourselves in a position where if Trump gets elected, we're going to be in a different world.
George Bush, yeah.
Position. You got to do what's right. There's one thing we know: President Xi of China is not like that. President Putin,
we do.
Russia. There's nobody been tougher than Russia. Nobody's been tougher than me to Russia. They want me to lose so badly. He's not like that. Kim Jong-un. Remember, we're going to be in a war with North Korea. What happened to the war? Kim Jong-un. Not like that. They're top of the game. Most of the leaders top of the game. We can't have that. We can say, hey, gee, that's wonderful, but we can't have that. We can't have that. We have too much potential. We're going to have the greatest year ever. Next year. We had the greatest year we've ever had. We had to stop it. We learned about the disease. We saved 2 million lives. Remember, it was going to be 2.2 million people that died. That was the model. We saved 2 million lives, and now we understand we protect our seniors. But we can't have that. In 2016, Michigan voted. That's a lot of people. I'm hearing the sound. It sounds like it's from 20 miles away.
From Detroit.
Thank you. In 2016, Michigan voted to fire this corrupt political establishment. And you elected an outsider as president who is finally putting America first.